Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about I Am Love, and this movie is directed by Luca Guadagnino, and it came out in 2009, and he's the same director as the Suspiria remake and Challengers, and also Call Me By Your Name. And my favorite out of everything that he's made that I've seen would be Suspiria. I really love that movie. It might be my favorite horror movie ever, but getting a little bit off topic, I thought this movie was good. I didn't love it as much as some people do. I thought the music was great in this movie because immediately, right from the get go, when the movie started and we got music, I was like, okay, I need to pay attention to this because great music right off the bat. And the movie was very well shot throughout most of it. There were like a couple close shots that were kind of not focused at all and just I felt could have been done a bit better, but for the most part, the movie looks great. It's technically very well made, and Tilda Swinton's performance is really great in it too. And I also enjoyed how characters interacted with each other at points. And instead of just like, oh yeah, I like that you did this, and I appreciate how much this is going well for you, instead they just kind of just say it how it is in ways. That's kind of what made things interesting for me. And this movie had some interesting filmmaking decisions and creative choices in terms of how it was presenting things that were going on inside characters' heads. And at points in the movie, the film felt very dreamlike in a way. You may or may not know exactly what I'm talking about, even if you do watch the movie, but I'll just say for now, there are a couple scenes that just felt a bit dreamlike to me. I liked the second half better than the first half. The first half started off really strong, and then after a while, I kind of just didn't have much investment. And then the second half picked up, and then as it went along, it kind of got progressively worse for me in terms of my own personal enjoyment because I really just didn't feel much emotion during this film, despite all of my positives. It's technically very well made, but at the same time, it kept asking me, okay, we got a lot of things correct technically. We got some interesting ideas. We have a nice and simplistic story to some extent, and a slower pacing to really allow you to soak everything in. But at the same time, all I kept thinking is, what are you trying to show me that justifies this slower pacing? What justifies all these things happening in the way that they are? Because honestly, there are things in this movie that I found to be just distracting. Like the sex scenes in this movie, I felt were a bit too long to the point where I didn't find it to be like beneficial to like get inside the head of these characters or show the relationship between these characters. It just felt like, hey, we're showing off a sex scene and it's going on for way too long, and it just felt like padding. Like, I don't care. And in terms of the plot and what happens in the plot, not a whole lot happens in this movie. There are things that happen, and I can remember certain things that happened in the first quarter of the film, and the dinner scene, and I remembered things that happened halfway into it that I'm not going to spoil. And I remember our main character's past being touched on, and I remember the ending and the events that led up to that. But the movie was much longer than that, so what happened? But one thing to mention about this movie, and this is just like a tiny thing in the film, the food in this movie looks delicious. Like, I want to be eating that stuff that they show in the film. One of the best parts of the movie for me in terms of like tiny things that could be shown in the film is the food looks delicious. And my only other issue with this movie is that some of the editing choices were a bit abrupt for my liking. And some shots went on for a decent amount of time, but sometimes it would just get a little choppy for some reason. Like they didn't have a great way of showing it in one take or something. I have no idea, but that's the impression that I got, is that, yep, we needed a few more cuts here, and it just came across as choppy to me. And that's about all I have to say about I Am Love. I liked it. I have appreciation for it. I'm glad that I saw it. I didn't regret watching it, but I don't know if I'll ever watch it again, to be perfectly honest. Like, I liked it, but I didn't really get much out of the experience. I would recommend checking this movie out if you like Luca Guadagnino films and the ones that I just listed. If you like those movies, then check this one out. And just keep in mind that it's very slow, and for his other films, I don't remember feeling the runtime. Whereas this one, I don't know what happened. I just felt like it was really slow. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give I Am Love a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of I Am Love, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Climb. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.